Look up at the night sky. Now imagine something impossible. The moon has vanished. No explosion, no warning, no trace. In a single instant, Earth's closest companion simply disappears. At first, it might seem like nothing has changed, but a chain reaction has already begun. Beneath the oceans, across the skies, and deep within the planet itself, tides change and animals lose nature's oldest guide. The length of Earth's days slowly starts to shift. So, what would really happen? Let's find out. For billions of years, the moon has been Earth's constant companion. It has watched over every ocean, forest, and civilization. But the moon is far more than a beautiful object. Its gravity controls the tides and helps stabilize Earth's rotation. Scientists believe the moon formed 4.5 billion years ago after a Mars-sized object collided with the young Earth. Since then, it has remained locked in an endless dance with our planet. But imagine if, in the very next second, it simply vanished. No explosion, no warning, no debris. It simply vanished from existence. Would the oceans swallow our coastlines? Would Earth spiral out of control? The answers are more surprising than you think. Let's begin with the first hours. The signs wouldn't appear in the sky. They'd begin in the oceans. The moment the moon disappeared, most people wouldn't notice anything unusual. No explosion, no earthquake. Just an unusually dark night. But beneath the oceans, something extraordinary would happen. The moon is responsible for most tides. Without it, that powerful pull vanishes. The oceans wouldn't stay still. The sun also creates tides, but its force is much weaker, only about 1/3 as powerful as the moon's. High tides would become much lower. Low tides would become much weaker. Places famous for enormous tides would suddenly become strangely calm. Shipping schedules would be thrown into chaos. Marine industries worth billions would begin experiencing major losses. This was a planetary emergency. While the oceans struggled for balance, Earth lost something even more important: its greatest stabilizing force. The future became unpredictable. The moon acts like a giant stabilizer. Right now, Earth is tilted by 23.5 degrees, giving us our seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Without the moon, Earth's axis would begin to wobble. Over thousands to millions of years, the tilt might increase dramatically, perhaps to 45 degrees. The climate would become unrecognizable. Warm regions could be frozen for months, while cold areas experience scorching summers. Patterns would shift entirely. Some countries might face continuous daylight part of the year, while others endure months of darkness. Agriculture would become increasingly difficult. Ecosystems would struggle. Animals, depending on seasonal changes, would become confused. The Earth we know would slowly become a very different planet. Losing the moon would change millions of species. For sea turtles, hatchlings instinctively follow the brightest horizon, normally the moonlit ocean. Without the moon, they might head toward city lights, reducing survival. Coral reefs use the moon as a calendar. Without it, reproduction could decline. Predators like owls and wolves would live in much darker nights. Food chains that have remained balanced for thousands of years would begin to change. Humans would notice, too. Night skies would be darker, but the Milky Way brighter. For many, the empty sky would feel deeply unsettling, an emotional void. Earth would remain alive. The sun would still rise. Life would continue and humanity would adapt. But our world would never feel the same again. Earth wouldn't explode, but the consequences would be enormous. Oceans lose tidal strength, ecosystems are altered, and the climate becomes unstable. The moon has inspired explorers, artists, and dreamers throughout history. It guided sailors and shaped our calendars. Its disappearance erases history. Fortunately, this is only a thought experiment. The moon remains our loyal companion, shaping our oceans and lighting our nights. Some things we barely notice, until they're gone. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Future Pulse for more. Until next time, keep asking questions. Curiosity is where discovery begins.